We'll do the thing. All right, here we are. Hey, hi, hello. We can hear me, right? Yes? Okay, somebody say something.
Hello.
Excellent. Nailed it.
God
Okay.
damn.
little pent up. Pent up something. Okay. Hey, welcome back to... Oh, I almost said the wrong thing.
Sorry, that was me. My fault. I've said it like twice today.
We've just been talking about... Welcome back to All Hail the Queen. This is a D&D Doing It Live mix of 5th edition's Tyranny of Dragons and a whole bunch of homebrew stuff. I'm That Magic Juice. I'm the GM and host and shepherd for this lovely group of people. We're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves and our characters. It's been a little bit since we were all together. We're still down one tonight, unfortunately. But last week we had a little bit of a one-shot offshoot that was related to this campaign, but with different characters and only a couple of us at the table. So back to the main event now. We're going around the table introducing ourselves and our characters, starting with Heck.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckolette. And as per usual tonight, I am playing Astra, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. Over to Bright.
Hi everybody, my name is Bright. You can find me on all forms of social media at Bright Dystopia, and tonight I'll be playing Spunk the Frog.
Hiya, it's me, Hyacinth, and I'll be playing our Elven Warden? Did we decide what that's called? Pallock?
Something like that.
Quinn 2, sorry.
Hi, it's me. I'm Corndog McGraw. No introduction needed from Hyacinth to say that I was next. I am playing the Elven Cleric, Juno. Twilight Domain Cleric who's just trying to do something.
To be fair, no one else did the transitions either, so.
Over to you, Magic.
All right, let's do a brief recap of what happened last time. We are currently in a place called Xonthal's Tower, and we have traversed the various levels of it with this strange teleportation panel and platform that's taken us to different rooms, and we've essentially we found the key that would take us to the dungeon that our friend Iskander told us about. Found the hourglass, was able to come down here into the dungeon. We've had to fight a whole bunch of crazy bad things and stuff, including but not limited to several cultists, bones of a dragon, a bunch of elementals. I think that covers the gist of it, right? And we have essentially followed a blood trail that has led us to the now dead Iskander, which we can see on the screen right now. Spunk, let me get this started. Spunk picked up the blue dragon mask from his dead body. This is essentially the entire point of us being here, was to find this dragon mask. And it tried to forcibly attune itself to you, Spunk, and you chose, because you made an appropriate saving throw, you were able to make the choice to not allow that to happen. We now have that mask in bag of holding, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we stopped. So now, unless there's anything you guys would like to add, the floor is yours.
I don't remember why I'm in this doorway instead of in the room.
I don't remember either.
It's just a weird me decision.
Okay, so we have the mask. Now what? I kind of half expected this tower to disintegrate upon completion of this endeavor.
Yeah, if it's his tower and his mask, is it made by his magic, so it should not be here?
I think Ulta might have been right in suggesting that this triangle here would bring us back to the sundial, so we could always just slap that and leave.
Yeah, did we look around? Should we look around, see if there's anything else up here?
This is not meant to be leading to you guys in any way. Just a reminder, since it's been a while since we last played. You
Been a
guys,
while.
you guys did pretty much follow the blood trails straight here,
Mhm.
passing several doorways and other passageways along the way. So it is available to explore other things, or you obviously absolutely have the choice to just backtrack and head out.
I think maybe we should look around really quick, see if there's anything else that may help us.
Yeah, did we want to talk to that devil that we passed?
Devil.
Yeah. Didn't it talk to you, Spunk?
The Afridi that spoke with you in
Pretty okay.
yeah, at the other end of the
red
current hallway.
guy.
In the room with the
Yeah.
giant furniture, he kind of you were trying to sneak up on him, and he said, "No need to sneak around. I'm not going to do anything. The guy you're looking for went that way," and you just came straight over here.
Aren't they often like put into servitude or something? Should we try to free it? Or at least check in, see if it has its own free will, and then
I mean, that
Be
sounds like a
worthwhile.
good thing to do.
yeah, I feel like that's a thing sometimes. Is like they're like used for their magic, you know. I think we should check in.
But he's not a Jinn, he's an Afriti. So hold on a
Isn't
second.
the
I want to
Afridi
take a
fire
let's
jinn?
backtrack a little bit because you called him a devil. Spunk is gonna take out a large tome and put it down on the front in common. It'll just say Big Book of Elementals. He'll flip it open
Is it
to
a jinn?
section.
Just an air Afridi and an Afridi a fire jinn.
No. So, Ifriti come from the fire plane. They're elementals. Jinn are magical creatures that do come from the air plane, but they're not the same thing as Ifriti. As Ifriti are kind of cruel, terrible, like leprechaun wishes kind of magic.
I feel
But
like they're
Jinn are like
for
monkey's paw kind of magic. Like it's wholesome lesson learned versus like your family is now dead.
I feel like this is generalizing a bit.
Yeah, that's what this book does. Anyway, here you go. And it'll like slide the book towards
Marid. What is the other one? Oh, something.
A Dow, yeah.
Now
Now,
it ends in a no. That's pretty close.
yeah, I mean they're elementals, but like that would be that would be like saying orcs and elves are basically the same because they come from the same place, right? They come from the prime material plane. Like you and I
Well, to be
are
fair,
very different, yes.
saying the different element, it means they come from the different planes, though. So it's acknowledging their differences, but saying that they both grant wishes and are sometimes captured.
I've heard stories that elves grant wishes. Are you saying you're the prime material plane, the Freeti?
Yes. Would you like? Do you have
This
a wish?
is why you're the armor tank and I am the thinky blast. So
Very well.
when you're done reading that book, hand it back to me.
I'm gonna like pick up the book and just start walking towards the other room. Is that a doorway at the top?
Don't lick the corners. Don't lick the fingers when you turn pages.
I would never.
I hate that. It's
I would
disgusting.
never dare do that with anything that comes from you.
Okay. Okay.
There's like a little bit of stomach acid left on it.
Ew.
Yeah. Just be
Just a
careful.
little bile.
Oh, that's so gross.
My favorite books.
You already established that your mouth is your bag of holding.
It's my bag of hole. Thing. Put it in my mouth. There's definitely a limit to how much I can hold in there, though. In fact, I've been having a lot of acid reflux lately.
Okay,
Oh.
so maybe we'll talk to the Ifrit first, and then check out this other door that we've never touched.
Take a look around.
Right.
Are we gonna make wishes?
No, probably not, because you said your family would die.
I mean, I don't really know them all that well. There's like 47 of them. I can spare a few family members for the sake of a wish. You know?
Damn.
I can't. Let's go on. Hello.
We're gonna open this door that everyone just ran past.
Does
Ooh.
anybody notice that when you leave this room, but when you stand in like the middle of it, that this place looks like a little wrench
Yeah.
Mhm.
or like a really tiny hand, like a baby?
Or like a Lego hand.
2 Lego hands glued back to back. Yeah. God, that's gruesome. Can you imagine being like a Lego person and having your hands cut off and then having them glued back to back and having
You don't
some
need to cut
idiot?
them off; they just come out.
But there's no stick. It's a short nub. They clearly got rid of the wrists.
Okay, so Juno opened this door. Juno, you find a storage closet, a pretty big one. It's got shelves, floor to ceiling, all the way around the perimeter, from the edge of the door to the edge of the door, and they are stuffed full with reagents and components of like potions and concoctions of various kinds.
Do any of them look like healing potions?
There are no complete potions. These are all the ingredients
Oh.
to make things.
I don't do this part in Baldur's Gate 3. Never made a potion, never done the alchemy. Does
You
anyone
should.
know anything about alchemy that would like to survey this room?
I will take a look around.
Thank you,
I
Spunk.
would like to survey the room.
I was gonna
Okay.
say
The
between
room looks empty as
probably quite a
shit,
bit.
though.
It's herbs and stuff.
Yeah, one thing I'm not a fan of with these maps is that they're like way more
Super
empty than they should be.
Yeah.
Maybe decorated a little bit with like a, a color
feat?
feature or like an accent couch.
I thought you were just gonna stop at feet.
Yeah, so Spunk, this room is chock full of components for you would actually both recognize them as a mix of just components that could sometimes be used for spell casting, but it seems like most of what you see here is geared toward like making things like potions and helpful foods, things like that.
Grab any diamonds or golden chalices.
Okay. What kind of potions can I make with the equipment here?
Literally anything. So I'm leaving the description very vague because, frankly, this is going to be an opportunity for you to say, look up anything that Spunk would reasonably at least know about, and you will be able to find the components of that here.
You are either a very brave DM or a very stupid one, but either way, I'm going to take you up on that.
This is the storage room in a tower of a very powerful and famous wizard. There's very little limitation here.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I would like to find the jar that is full of hyena ears. And I would
that's
like
what I
to
was thinking.
find some balsam to make a salt mix with.
Okay.
And perhaps a little autumn crocus so that I can brew a bit of like a base for the potion to sit in. Otherwise, it's just going to be hyena ears and salt, which is a great jerky, but it's a bad way to make a potion.
All right. Make an investigation check, please.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. Investigation. Kapow. That's a 12 on the die, which means it's a 23.
Yeah, you are easily able to find everything you are looking for.
Okay, how long does it take to make the potion? And let's say one potion, how long does it take to make?
What potion specifically are you going for?
Well, this one, because it's hyena ears and balsam and autumn crocus, this is going to be a potion of speed.
I heard the hyena ear and I got real excited.
Okay. So what I do I have like a formula for how long these things take, as long as you have the right components and means to actually make everything. Given the properties of this would take about 4 hours to make.
Jesus Christ, okay. Well, we don't have a time limit, I guess, so I'm going to make it. And splunk it in the bag.
Right, you're making it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
here. I can't take this whole thing with me.
It's inconvenience.
Okay, so while he's making that, what do the rest of you want to be doing?
I want to open this door.
Oh, you went all the way down there. Hello. All right, you're down here. Spunk's working on making a potion. You're going down to this door. Are you doing anything with it? You just opening it?
Open it?
Okay. It is not locked. You find yourself in a small, a modest but full study. There are bookshelves lining the north and south portions of this area. Almost perfectly circular room, as well as a desk at the end that's got a singular chair and a bunch of scrolled up pieces of parchment, with a couple laying out on the desk as well. You would notice immediately, your passive perception is like stupid, right?
20.
Yeah, okay. You would notice that the bookshelves to your left or north on the map are in like pristine condition. They look like the shelves themselves, as well as the books, look completely untouched, like they're brand new. Everything on the southern wall here is much more aged, worn. You can see fading on the bindings of the books. Some of the text is on the bindings is sort of like rubbed off. You can tell it's very old.
I want to go towards the old books, and then I will call for Aster and for my brother to join me in searching this room for anything that might be able to help us, since Spunk is predisposed.
See, before I go, I did want to see if there was maybe anything that I could use with my herbalism kit. Like, I don't know, like antitoxin or like a potion of healing. Like, I can just pocket those and use the herbalism kit to make it later. But if there's any components, I can just kind of steal.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
like, potion of supreme healing components, I don't need to make it. I just want to have the stuff.
So here's how I'm gonna do this with this room, since it is basically literally anything you could think of. Any ideas that you guys have for potions that exist and that any of you would reasonably know about in character, anything that fits those parameters you can find in here, in a somewhat limited amount, but the components themselves you can find in here. If you have ideas for things that don't exist but you would want to try to figure out how to make, I'm going to say those exist here too, but those are going to follow different rules of basically our crafting in order to create, rather than working with something that the recipe is already known for. So quite literally anything you can think of, it's here. What you make with it is going to follow a set of rules or another, depending on what it is. But I am not going to retcon any of this. It has to happen before you leave, and when you leave, it's gone. The only exception to that is going to be Ulta, because if Chrissy thinks of anything that I don't want to punish you guys for just for the fact that she wasn't here today. So she's the only person that I will retcon this for.
So it needs to be made here too, and not just.
No, you can take it with you. You just
Okay.
Great.
over the table. You just have to have the ideas before you in character leave this place.
Alright, cool. So realistically, how much of supplies for either potion of healing or antitoxins can I pocket today?
Okay. So there are different levels of potion of healing. That's what makes this interesting.
Exactly.
And
Like,
of course, there's no formula. I'm going to say, just off the top of my head, of course I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was for this. I'm going to say off the top of my head, you could get up to a maximum of 5 potion of healing worth of stuff. Sorry, supreme healing. It would be even more for lower levels, but I'm going to just set that easy metric right now up to 5 supreme healing. And then antitoxin. That's going to be much easier. You could probably find enough stuff to make about 10 of those.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. As I'm running to go find Juno, I'm going to snatch the ingredients for a filter of love.
Oh
And
my god.
I'm going to trust that you guys are writing down everything you're gathering here because
Yep, it is in my notes.
okay,
Because
perfect.
What is the most chaotic potion you can get?
Yeah.
I have 3 in mind that I plan to make, one for each and every person.
Oh,
The one I
that's
plan
good.
to make for me is going to require top shelf ingredients. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah,
right
the only thing I was
Excellent.
gonna make, like logistically, outside of something chaotic, would have been the potion of speed, and you already did that. So I was like, oh, okay, we don't need anything else.
Well, if you can find me the fingers of a storm giant and a giant clam tongue in here somewhere, then we can
I have
make.
those. Do you not? I start reaching in my bag.
Oh, brilliant! Because we could do like a potion of giant size.
Thank you.
All right.
I might have DM'd the group chat for things since Juno's not in the room, but Courtney is.
Oh yeah, the last one is the one I had already planned to make for myself. Canonically.
Maybe 2, and we can both become dragons since we don't have dragon stuff.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oof.
Yeah, we want to make 2 potions of dragon majesty, a potion of giant size. And then this one's not on here, but I'm stealing it from the game we all play. What's it called?
Potion of enlargement.
A potion of angelic slumber.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that one. That one's super handy.
Real good.
Sometimes you just need to hide and take a nap real quick.
How is a potion of speed a very rare item? I don't understand that.
Is it just me, or does the potion of everlasting vigor not sound like what it does? It just gives you 2 strength.
No, you're misreading that. It's the potion of everlasting Victor. It brings a guy named Victor into the prime material plane, and he lives forever.
Oh, I'm just saying. I thought it was vigor meant something else.
You
I
were
would
thinking it's
actually-
Cialis, right? You were thinking it was Cialis, like boner pills kind of thing.
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah. We all know how your brain works, Hyacinth.
Oh god, some of these are really fucked up. Excuse my language.
Okay, I'm just gonna add these to my inventory because, but you let me know when they're finished because I'm sure they're gonna take like a month to make.
Butterfly.
Hi, Magic. We would like to make every potion that this game has to offer, and then we're gonna take turns testing them out.
I
Yeah, we're gonna
mean,
be here for years, actually.
the
We
door
live here
the
now.
door
Plot
was
is
just
gone.
thrust open, so I expect nothing less from you guys.
Ooh, potion of possibility.
Magic, can I look around this room full of books and scrolls and stuff?
Absolutely.
In particular, for I am Courtney going to say this the game mechanic way. I want to look for those books that give you just +2 to any stat if you spend 24 hours reading them. I'm looking for those books. I gotta figure out what those books are.
They're tomes.
Books that give you +2 to stats.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Those are tomes. So you're looking for things like a tome of clear thought. I forget what the other ones are called.
Tomes that increase stats. There we go. That's a better one.
Wondrous tomes is what you're looking for.
Okay, so here's what we've got. Make an investigation check, please.
I'm brilliant at those, I think. Not very smart, but I get advantage because I'm using my elf eyes.
Look.
24.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, I did miss a little bit of this description, so I'd like to set the scene a little bit better for you. You've got a wheeled ladder connected to a rail that runs around the curved wall all the way around.
My God.
allowing access to the upper shelves. This is a 40-foot tall room. And then the delicate ornate desk stands at the other side of the room, surrounded by piles of blank paper and rolled up scrolls. A large map sits on the desk, with its corners held down by stones. Okay, you check out you give a quick glance at both sets of bookshelves to sort of determine what the contents overall are. And I'm going to say with your 24, you're able to see that the bookshelves to the north, the really pristine ones, are they're essentially an accounting of every spell that exists in this world. You see each book is like the insignia for the School of Magic, and then like a 1. A 0, and then a 1 and a 2, all the way through 9 for each School of Magic. The bookshelves to your south contain teachings on subjects that do actually, as you asked, correspond to different skills that exist over the table on your character sheets. So you could the instruction I am told to give you here, and I'm going to stick with, is a character trained in one of the following skills can make a check to search the library for a work on that subject. And then, so you have to be trained in the skill you're searching for. You're making a skill check to see if you can basically find the book that you're looking for. I'm going to use your 24 with the investigation check. And it will not take you 24 hours. It will only take you 10 minutes reading that book to acquire an advancement in that skill.
How would I add that advancement in a skill? The computer sheet.
That I don't know, but I can put in some time to help figure out.
I think there's a miscellaneous modifier when you click on the skill.
There should be something like that.
Use you could probably do just like a custom skill thing, if anything.
Because I know I like customize.
Oh, never mind. You can customize it. Yeah. The little gear at the bottom.
So fancy.
Yeah.
So wait.
How much to make those magic?
So with that
how much to make-
investigation check, am I upgrading the? Would I upgrade investigation then, or is it?
Anything in the skills is up for grabs. And I'm sorry, Bright, I misunderstood your question. How much to make what?
I DM'd you the rest of the potions that I am looking to make. The potion of speed was 4 hours. How much to make the rest of these monstrosities?
That's gonna be 4 hours each.
Each? Fuck yeah. Let's see, 8, so 16 hours.
Yes.
You guys want to spend a day here just living our best lives as wizards? No, just me.
We are toward the end of a day. We're like getting toward the end of the current day as well.
Spunk gonna pull an all-nighter. Fucking get everything done.
Actually, what I'm gonna do, instead of that potion of speed, I'm gonna say that instead. So
Okay.
I'll make those 5 potions, including the one I just made. So 20 hours total. I will propose it to the group if they are willing to stay here long enough for me to complete.
Spunk, I don't think you need to make them all right now. You
I
can just...
do though. I really, really do. It's so
Okay.
cool.
I just want to make sure that you like got that, and you can make your own choice from that.
I want to make it right now. Really want to.
Magic, is this a map on the invasion of Waterdeep?
On the invasion of Waterdeep?
I'm being a shithead.
Oh, the map on
What's this map?
What is the map?
What's your map?
Where did y'all even? Oh, I don't even know.
Does this
Down
not tell
here.
me what the map is?
Oh, you're all the way down there. Okay.
Oh god. Oh god. This is the best room ever.
The map is of the Sword Coast in general.
You're a sword close.
Invasion plans of the Sword Coast.
It is
So
unmarked.
ambitious.
Can I search this desk for anything? Like, is
Yeah.
there a fancy hidden compartment with a secret potion inside of it? Is there things that could be utilized by people who write down spells and stuff? I don't do that shit. God chose me. So, but for those that need it,
Yeah, make an investigation check. And I'm so sorry. I was reading another thing while you were asking. Say again exactly what you're looking for.
I'm searching the desk for anything like a hidden compartment or any type of spell writing supplies for those who want to write spell scrolls, because you mentioned that there was all of this was like all of the spells known. I don't really know anything about that arcane bullshit. But I can try to write things down for people.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm just looking for ways to help people who don't have God on their side.
Okay, so the 23. The desk does not have any secret compartments. It is truly just a very nice, essentially four-legged table that is being used as a desk. The scrolls themselves are just they don't seem to be anything specifically in line with the Cult of the Dragon. It's really more truly a wizard's notes. It's like it's a mix of like an accounting of what's happened over several weeks some time ago with this Zonthal person himself, people that he's been training, what they've been training in and learning, and then the one thing you find that you couldn't see just with your initial first glance is that there's actually a second map under the first, and it shows a region of the elemental plane of fire surrounding the fabled city of Brass, which is something that you would likely have heard of, at least.
I'm gonna take that, just in case.
Okay.
Why does he need to know about it? Why?
I mean, he's dead, so.
I know, but why was he studying it? And whom was he studying this map for?
Well, we were just talking about beings from the fire plane. And now we have this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When my sister was like, help me search, I got bored and I went back to the Afridi. She was like, look at these books. And I was like, whoa, bye.
No. Yeah, I wonder if that's at all related.
Probably.
And also be willing to search the old books. I don't really give a shit about the new books, but I will inform Spunk about them through a message.
Okay.
Spunk, there are spells, all of the spells are in this room. All the spells ever known.
Am I not in a completely different room, jerking off into potion bottles?
You are, but she sent you a message.
I sent you a message.
Yeah.
I'm inside your skull.
Okay.
Just
Spunk will do one of
deadpan.
these
All of the
stutter step
spells are
things.
here. All of them.
Spunk's gonna do one of those stutter steps where he's like, and he like picks up a potion bottle and like walks towards the door, but then stops and turns around and grabs like, just grabs like black oleander and puts it in the bottle, but like sets that bottle down and grabs a blank bottle and is pouring like balsam salt and like reaches for the door like, I don't. What?
When
And he
it's
thinks,
stewing, I guess you can come. Okay,
what do
bye.
I do? This is the response you get in the message.
I will also point out, Juno, that with your very good investigation check, you will also notice two indentations in the floors right where they meet the walls. Right here. And right here.
I'm gonna
Secrets.
look for a secret passageway. I'm gonna
Well,
look
what
for
if
whatever
we-
makes
what
this
if we
wall
have to
move.
we both have to stand on. Okay, I'll come over here.
Yeah, you go to that one. I'll go to this one.
Yeah.
Open.
You just say open.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Yay. Work.
Now, isn't there supposed to be like a plant or something you're supposed to say after it, like open mustard
Poppy.
seed or something?
Poppy.
I don't think that worked. I'd like to inspect more closely to see if there's a way. Even if this
And
might not even be a
I'm
secret
helping.
passage, we might be just fucking.
I'm helping you. I'm doing my part.
Just be fucking standing next to them.
Investigation check, please,
Okay,
with
if
help.
you're helping, I would love that. Yes,
Yep.
thank you, because
al-
I'm not as good at this.
Also, Corndog,
Or
I'm
if you
not.
want to help me.
Oh no, Corndog, I'm not forgetting that you wanted to check out those other bookshelves too. I'm just kind of going with what's happening for now. We will not miss it.
No idea. Imagine rolling a natural 2 and a natural 3. That sucks, man.
So lucky for you, Juno had already found where these things are. You're just trying to figure out how to open it, and you're kind of just like bumbling around, like following the indentations in the floor. They're just like just inside the wall, or just outside the wall itself, and you're like leaning really close, and you kind of like bump your head on the wall, and at that little. You feel and hear stone on stone as the wall sort of slides itself into the other side, and you reveal another room.
Use
I'm
your
happy to
head.
do that. Yeah.
At that moment, there is an unnatural and surprising whirlwind that kind of spins around the entire room, and it blows both of your hair sort of back and makes all the loose scrolls and pieces of parchment go flying around for about 5 seconds, and then it stops.
Wow.
This seems spooky. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. In this room, you find a large, simple desk with several ink pots, quill pens, and a single chair, as well as a small sort of container in the corner of the room here, in both corners, that at first glance seem to contain basically piles of stopped ink wells, like stoppered ink wells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go look at those inkwells to see if they're the fancy ink that LSAO use, so I can get that to Spunk to write down magical spells.
Okay. Make an Arcana
way.
check.
An Arcana check, but I'm stupid.
Do it.
While this is happening, Hyacinth, I don't want to miss if are you over here simultaneously while all this is happening, or have you been like joining
Yeah.
the group?
When Juno started looking at the books, I walked away.
Okay, I'm gonna cut to you in just a minute because
Yeah.
to make it realistic
worry,
with all
you-
this happening.
I know. I got into chaos. So.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure that that we caught that correctly. Okay, Juno, you can tell with
The
confidence that
third
this
best
is
I could write, or could roll. There we go.
excellent. You can tell that this is plain old ink and quills, but there is a lot of it.
I'm just gonna start putting some of it in the bag of holding.
Excellent.
That way, Spunk has plenty of ink in reserves for spell scroll writing.
Okay. So the scene is basically Spunk in the closet working on a bunch of
Up
potions.
in the closet.
These guys checking out this library and secret room. Let's cut over to Icarus for this is going to cover a few minutes now. What are you doing over here?
Hey, dude, what are you doing?
All right, you see this Afridi just the chair is kind of the back facing you here, and when you say that, you're just gonna see this hand just kind of like do this and flop on the arm of the chair. No more than I can.
Right? Why are you up here?
The wizard you seek trapped me here.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely.
As I'm going through, like, just try to pick up the vibes, you know?
You're pretty confident he's telling the truth.
Oh no. Why is he using you? Why is that?
Yes, he has used me. I believe you've experienced much of my work at his disposal on your way into this place.
Oh, did you make it so tricky, Troopy?
Sure did.
How does it work? Did he make a deal with you, or did he just like snatch you?
He imprisoned me against my will and made a promise that after I granted him the wishes he desired, he would free me.
And did you do all those wishes?
I did.
And you're not free? Can I see any way how he's like trapped? Is it like a chain, or is it an enchanted thing, or?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Oh, I suck at those, but I have advantage because I'm an elf.
Yeah, elf eyes, baby. Oh, god damn it.
It wasn't a natural one because I have advantage. So.
Please also roll for me another d20 for a thing.
Oh, okay, perfect. I love questionable, mysterious things. Oh, nice. That one was bad too. No worries.
I don't see it. What was it?
5. Sorry, that
Okay.
one did not come through.
No worries. Yeah, you're just like kind of looking around, bumbling around to see like what's going on, and like you're having a hard time. You can't tell if like there's some sort of magical barrier or physical restraint or whatever, but you're having a hard time determining what's going on with him being trapped here. I'm gonna use your 18 insight check though. Still, he is telling the truth.
Do you know how you're trapped here? Like,
The salt ring at the door.
oh, is it intact from me walking in, or did I already fuck it up?
Oh no, it's intact. It's
Okay.
just like if you look for it, you can see that there is like a very thin layer of salt just kind of spread across this area, and it goes like in an arced path basically from edge of the room or edge of the entryway to the other edge.
And what would you do if you were to be free?
I would fly my ass out of here as fast as I can and seek revenge on the one that entrapped me here.
The wizard, or did someone else help him?
Oh no, it was just the wizard.
I think. What was his name again? I think he's dead.
Zonthal? I highly doubt that.
What do you
Though it has
mean?
been quite some time since I've seen him.
Does he do a thing where he fakes dead sometimes?
Not that I know of, but
I think he's dead then.
oh, that's too bad. He was just about to lose the match. And he sort of glances over at an edge of the room where you can see a chessboard, as well as one very large chair and one very normal sized chair.
Well, by my definition of the game, that does in fact mean you won.
Too bad we can't have the follow-up of his promise from that.
What was his promise on that?
To free me if I won.
Oh, well, and I just walk over and brush the salt out of the way. Then there you go.
Huh. Such benevolence.
I don't think anyone should be trapped. To me, it doesn't matter if he were alive or dead. I think you would deserve to be free. You've been truthful with me. But I, in some ways, am glad that he has passed, so that you now are not burdened by the revenge you feel. You can...
Oh, I assure you I will still seek out either confirmation that he has passed or to make it happen myself.
Well, I hope you can live your life freely and make up for the time you've lost.
I appreciate your kindness. His rare trait for people who come through this place. How about this? In exchange for your abrupt help to me, I will grant you one wish.
Don't tempt me like this. I
We're in Xanthal's fucking tower, guys. Here we go.
Yes, do
Yep.
it.
How about for once you use your magic for yourself?
This is what you wish.
Yes.
Very well. He
Okay,
snaps
what-
his fingers and completely disappears.
Okay. I was warned that that could be a loophole, so I didn't want to use it. I was so scared. I was like, in character, I'm terrified. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to be doing in this room?
I guess I'll just look around now that he's gone. Like, is there anything unique about this room itself? I was kind of distracted by him.
Not really. All you see is this oversized furniture, with the exception being that one chair that's kind of normal size at the chess table, and that's it.
Oh my god, I just thought of the perfect selfish wish for my character. This is stupid.
I know. I was just like, why didn't you wish for something frivolous? Like, I don't know, a pet unicorn.
No. I thought about it now, but I wanted to be nice. Like, I think Icarus would have been, one, afraid of the bite back that Spunk warned him about, and two, he also just really felt bad for him. I don't think anyone should be trapped like that. I think I'm just gonna sit in his chair for a little bit and, like, reflect. Because, like, this poor guy was trapped here for so long. I want to feel it.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
It's this number right here, 17.
When you sit down on the chair, something small and hard sort of catches your right butt cheek.
Small and hard.
Ooh.
A little to the left.
No.
I will inspect.
Just trying to get comfortable, heck. Just trying
You find in that spot a ring that has 3 very beautiful diamonds on it.
Ooh. Now, I'm just gonna, like, cast out into the world now. If this is your proposal, I accept.
You do.
Become a warlock of 2 things.
Oh, I meant, like, scream out into the world like I was screaming it to my god, not the genie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not the Freet, but yeah.
So at first glance, it's like too large to be a ring for like your hand, for instance, but it's like still too small to be like a bracelet. But as soon as you like pick yourself up and look at it, it actually shrinks down to be appropriately sized for your hand.
Oh, I guess I'll put it on my left ring finger. I was like, thank you, Corey. You shouldn't have. I'll just be blissfully ignorant for a few minutes until my sister comes and ruins my dreams.
Excellent. Okay, are you still hanging out here?
Yeah, I'll just sit there for a second.
All right, back to Spunk's still working on stuff, unless you're doing anything different in the for any amount of time, Spunk.
While how far away is the room that Juno mentioned?
She yelled from down the hallway to your south, so it's down at that door by the stairs.
doing a bunch of pings over here for you.
Oh, I'm in the wrong.
Oh, shoot. It's really close. Okay.
Yeah, we're like 50 feet away.
Cool. I would like to cast as a ritual Unseen Servant. Once I'm finished casting it as a ritual, I'm waiting for my potions to bubble. And a watched lembic never boils. And so I'm sitting there casting the ritual, and then I grab my book, and I push it towards my servant. I give him a quill, and I say, "Go to Corn Dog, grab the quill.
Who?
Go to Juno. Go to Juno. Grab some quill and ink. Copy everything you can. Starting from level 9 and working your way backwards.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna fish out like a little wooden, like it's tree bark, but there's like eye holes cut out in it with a string behind it and 2 little like leaf twigs. I'm gonna put this Halloween mask over your head. Go ahead and copy everything. Just whatever you can copy, rip it off the walls and stuff it into the book. I want all of it. You understand? And the mask will just do this, and he'll send it off to go start writing spells while I spend 20 hours making potions for everybody.
Nice. Okay. So here's how that's gonna go. It's gonna follow what I just said about the potion stuff. It'll be able to find and copy every spell that you over the table can think of to want.
Yeah.
It's gonna follow obviously the rules of spells that apply to you as a wizard and how long it takes to copy them down and everything.
How much gold do we have?
Well, you had spoiler alert, you have all of the ink that you need to do it. So
Oh, don't I need to also spend gold trying to like copy it over?
I thought that was like that much gold worth of ink. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
That is also acceptable.
Yeah, it might be like for the materials and stuff. I'm not
Let me look that up at our break. We're gonna have our first break here in a minute, just to make sure. But I mean, frankly, you have all the ink you need in that room. You guys have a fuck ton of money anyway, so
Brilliant.
it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be a matter of hashing out the details.
We also have the Waterdeep Express.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, credit card.
Okay. Back to Juno and Aster. Anything else for you guys?
Well,
When
I
we go to
think-
break, can you re-explain the skill stuff to me? My brain is a pile of mush.
No worries. I can do that.
I have all the allergy meds in my body.
Oh,
I still think it's kind of strange that he had this room just for copying spells down, I guess. Nothing more to this? Hmm.
Yeah, a weird secret room. Is there anything like under the desk? Like when you go down and look up, or I agree with Heck that it seems sus that the easily accessible room was the room with all of the information, and that the one that was a hidey room is the one that just has supplies.
Fair. Let's have you make an insight check.
25.
Okay. Yeah, it seems strange that everything that you are saying over the table in character is going to apply as well. It's strange that all of this is kind of laid out the way it is, because you know this was being used as an operational space for the cult to some degree, including but not limited to research on the mask that you now have. But since going through this place, the only evidence of the cult that you've found is the few cultists that you fought. However, in character, you would recall that there were a couple you kind of spooked on a balcony, and they like tore up some scrolls and just disappeared. Connecting some dots, in character, you would be reaching a conclusion that the cultists have removed themselves from this place and a lot of evidence of their being here. This truly seems like it's sort of back to the state of what was Zonthal's tower without the cult. It's just his stuff. And it seems like he is not directly involved with anything that's been going on here.
Hmm.
So there's nothing else to this room, just ink and paper.
You've investigated thoroughly. There is truly nothing else to that room.
All right, back to the skill stuff.
Okay. I'll explain this, and then we'll go to break. So anything that you already have not like better than +0 in on your skills is what you can search for on this bookshelf. And then if you make a check high enough, you will find a book that helps with that, and you can spend 10 minutes reading that book to increase your, I'm going to say proficiency in that skill, but not like mechanically the proficiency. It's just going to increase your bonus to that skill.
Kind of like expertise. But...
Sort of, yeah. So I'm gonna.
Man, I was hoping to increase my Arcana, and I've got 0 in that. It is not a proficient skill.
Yeah, it's got to be something that you already have better than +0 on. So I'm gonna let that explanation marinate to see if there's anything else with all this stuff going on that you guys think of during our break. But we're gonna take a quick break here. We'll be back in a few minutes. done. Here we are. Hey, hi, hello. We're back.
Oh God.
Seems everything is still working.
Abrupt.
Oh God.
Sweet baby Jesus. Anyway, hey, we're in the part of Zonthal's Tower where we basically get anything we want for the most part. So now we are at the point where we're doing these skills enhancements. So this is going to work a little different. I could not explain this to you before because hopefully you'll understand why now. So how this works is you can make an investigation check to find a book that pertains to any skill that you are already +1 or better at. If you pass that investigation check, you just need to spend 10 minutes in game to essentially acquire the information to give yourself a +1 to that particular skill on top of whatever bonuses, proficiencies, expertise, whatever you already have. So this does not take into account anything other than you just have to be +1 or better already to find that skill. So I know at least Corndog, you sent a list of skills you want to boost. Each one is going to become more difficult to find than the last. So you can do several, but it will eventually become not possible.
Okay. Then first things first, I would like to boost my social stats.
Okay.
I'm going to become so persuasive someday and so deceptive as well. So, investigation for persuasion and then for deception.
Okay, let me scroll up here, make sure I do this right. Okay. Yeah, I did modify this a little bit. So, make an investigation check. Okay, you succeed in finding a book that will help you in, you said persuasion?
Yep.
Okay, and now you will need to take 10 minutes to essentially read it. While that's happening, what's anybody else doing? Anybody else that's doing something different from before?
Yeah, I'll look around for some skills. I'm just looking for 2. I'm looking to also up persuasion, but also up history.
Okay.
Me.
Which one
Would
do you want to do
like
first?
guidance? Because
I was
forgot that
actually
I have
gonna
that
guide
spell.
me. I was
Hey, I'll guide you if you guide me, okay?
Okay, yeah, great. Guidance by the Dewey Decimal System.
I think you could be double guided because it's concentration from 2 different people.
Well, if we guide each other, so it just crosses anyway, but like, it's friendship.
The power of friendship.
The power of friendship.
All right, go ahead and roll an
It's like we're
investigation
both
check.
actually at the shelves,
Okay.
like looking.
Yeah, investigation plus a d4. Oh no, that's not gonna help.
Plus your d4.
That's fine.
Okay, unfortunately, you are not able to find a suitable aid to your persuasion.
That's okay. I think that's pretty on brand for Aster. Alright, let's try it again for history.
Okay.
I swear, if I roll another one, I'm gonna be so sad. No! That's not better. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, that's a 7. That's not gonna do it. The dice do not
Actually,
want
it
me to do
does.
better.
Actually, it
What?
does. For your first one, it is a 7 is good enough. So yeah, you are able to find an assist to your history. So now Juno and Aster are both reading some books. You can
Wait,
manually.
can I do my second one? Can I
Oh yes, go ahead.
I want to see if I can deceive people. 20.
All right, you are successful in finding this one. So yeah, Aster and Juno are reading books, learning stuff better. Icarus, is there anything specific you'd like to be doing during this time?
I'll take the beginning of this time, and I guess I'll take a short rest and start seeing if I can figure out what this ring does. If it does anything, that is. I don't know.
Okay, are you formally identifying it, or are you talking like just checking
I
it
no
out?
longer have that bardic spell, so I'm just gonna attune to it if that's possible.
Okay, let me find out because I don't remember off the top of my head.
I have no idea what it is, so I'm just gonna, you can somewhat find out what a magic item does if you spend enough time with it, I think is the thing. So
And before cursed object.
yeah, it could be that too.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So make an Arcana check for me.
Oh, that's a really great skill on my part. 9.
Okay. Somehow this ring sort of like feels magical. And we have to remember, as bumbly as you guys can be in character, sometimes you are still very high-leveled, skilled people in your various aspects. So you can get like just this feeling, you know, thread of the weave type of stuff, feeling that you can get a hint of, is this magical or not, even without formally identifying something. This ring feels magical, but for some reason you're not really able to like connect with it in the way that attunement would allow you. So, but you're not really sure why.
Can I cast detect magic?
Also give yourself that short rest. And I'll come back to, actually everybody during this is going to benefit from a short rest. You're not doing anything that is what I would call rigorous activity, so I'm going to say you all benefit from a short rest here. And then I'm sorry, I just asked you for something and now I forgot what it was. Do you remember, Hyacinth?
Oh, I was going to detect magic, but I don't remember anything.
Oh, that's
else.
it. That was it. So yeah, you cast detect magic. It is definitely a very magical ring.
Can I tell what type of magic?
Yes. Conjuration.
Right, cool. I don't know what to do with this, but I will conjure up the will in me and keep playing with this ring.
Okay. Back to Juno and Aster. Anything else for you guys?
Based on how my rolls are going, no.
Based on how my rolls are going, yes. Sorry, after. Yeah, where's my list? Wrote it all down. So up next, I would like to add to my investigation.
Okay.
To make the rest of this hopefully just one easier.
So investigation check for that. Jesus.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you find a book that will assist you in your investigation skills. 10 more minutes of studying. Excuse me.
Tower is what I'm writing in the notes.
Anything else for the rest of you before we just kind of cycle through Juno's list?
I just want to make sure at some point I did grab the potion ingredients. I'm not gonna make them, but I'll just grab the ingredients for the ones I talked about earlier.
Yep, as long as you
can
have
start
them.
making them if that's what Spunk is doing.
True.
Yeah, I mean, if I have the time, I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
Spunk has asked us to be here for 20 hours.
24. I'm using 20. But when Chrissy returns, Ulta will be getting one as well. So that 4 hours will go to them.
Okay. Shall we fast forward then to essentially that point?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you okay if I just roll in chat and just
Oh,
pass
sorry.
the bill on there?
We do have to go through the rest of yours. So, what's your next one, first of all?
Next one is insight.
Okay. Investigation for that, and I am keeping track of the DC changes as we go, but apparently it doesn't matter right now.
24.
So that succeeds. Another 10 minutes to study up on that.
Okay.
We're gonna give Chrissy the opportunity for this as well.
Medicine.
Okay, new DC. You're fine.
Perception.
Okay.
At the end of this one, Magic's just like, just take the skills. I don't even
Jesus,
care anymore.
the DC is at 20 at this point, but apparently it doesn't fucking matter.
religion.
Yep. Ooh, okay. That one does not succeed.
Stealth. And I'm gonna cast guidance on it. Wait, oh, could I have used Hex Guidance? I forgot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, yes. Okay,
26.
that does pass.
Does it get
Hell
harder
yeah.
even if you fail it?
Sorry?
Does it get the DC get harder even if you fail one?
No, but you only get one chance at each.
Oh, okay.
And stealth was my last one, and I will cast guidance upon myself.
Okay.
$28.
Wow. The DC for that one was 26. Nice.
So brilliant.
Having
Nice.
fun isn't hard.
Hard.
when
You
you
got
got
the library
the
We're ready. We've been ready. We've
Uh-huh.
been singing this shit all campaign.
It's like so early in the campaign.
You already-
For new
We
viewers
still
at
think
home,
about it.
go tour all of our old stuff and see just how many Arthur references you can find.
So many.
Yep.
I was gonna say, since we are here for hours, I guess I'll go and like read a single book. I feel like it's character fitting for me to try to train up my religion now that I'm religious.
Okay, go for it. That'll be an investigation check.
Oh, I hate investigation.
I'll just lay it out since we're almost done now. The first DC was 7, and then it went up from 3 for
Okay.
each subsequent success.
I got a 12.
So you find a book that will help you in your religion skill.
So that's +1 to religion. Let me figure out.
You go to the cogwheel next to skills, and then you click on the skill, and then you do the customize.
Yep, I got it. +1 from tome. And then I guess I'll just do stealth because I didn't fail the first one.
Okay, DC's 10 now. You're good.
Okay, wow. Wow, this is fun. I like power.
Yeah, it's very helpful for dumb people.
Yeah, I'm really bad at intelligence, but I can't raise any of those, so yeah.
Yep, same.
I guess I'll
Magic was like, haha, no,
try-
stay stupid.
One more.
Oh,
one
Red
more. Should I do insight or persuasion? I'll try persuasion. This is so scary. Whoa!
Nice.
That's funny. Okay,
So you find that too. Your DC's at 13 for that one.
this is going oddly well. Okay, this is gonna be my last one because I feel like I've had power now. I will try to raise my insight. So
All right, 16 DC. Ooh.
Did it.
17. Woo. Okay, I'm done. I'm scared.
Quit while you're ahead, right?
Why are you scared? The worst that'll happen is like, oh, you don't get the skill.
I like to not. I don't know. I don't want to take advantage of our kind God. I don't know.
Okay.
take
Also, like,
take
my-
full
my-
advantage. I put it on the table.
My character is like a paladin of redemption, so he's like trying to be better about being selfish. So
Oh.
Fair.
trying to be good boy. You know, he didn't ask for anything from the genie. That was
Okay.
his one victory for today, as I loot everything else.
Anything else?
And now I'm good.
Okay, so at least Spunk is actively working on potions through the night. Was anyone else making things?
I'll make the potions that I requested earlier, just because we have time.
Can you tell me what they were again?
Yep.
I guess here's the ultimate question is, are you going to work on them through the night, or are you going to stop to actually rest?
I only need to sleep for 4 hours, so.
Okay.
True.
so
Which ones
I
did
am
you?
not stopping.
Okay, so Hyacinth, which ones did you say you were doing again?
So the filter of love, the love potion, I'll make the potion of speed because he dropped that, and then
Okay.
I would like to do this strength one I found, but that's a Baldur's Gate potion, not a D&D potion. So
Okay, that one's gonna take more time and skill check.
okay, maybe I'll save that one for later, and I'll do the other two then.
Okay, So we're pretty much at the point in game that everyone needs to either decide to continue trying to work on things at the risk of exhaustion or rest. Sounds like Spunk is working through the night.
I will take the exhaustion.
Yeah. So the roll for the risk, I guess. So make a Constitution saving throw, and Icarus, the potion of speed and the filter of love combined are only going to take about 5 hours to make.
Okay.
The other one is going to take more time and skill checking in order to achieve.
Yep. So I'll just save the other one for later and make these two, and then I'll do my Elvish trance.
Okay, perfect. Spunk, you're pretty tired, but you're focused through the night. So we get to the next day, everybody achieves a long rest, and you are not exhausted.
Wow. You should have trained your constitution so you could
Too bad there are no constitution skills.
Concentration. That's it.
Yep.
It's the one.
Pretty much.
Until I guess isn't even underlined
Fact
the
that it's
main
not a skill,
window.
It's not. Where is that one?
It's not.
No,
a
you just
skill.
make a con save. There's no
Yeah.
like technical concentration, which is stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good point. I think that should be an actual skill.
It should. Because that's something you can train up. Concentration. That's not
Magic.
It's not built in.
I would allow it.
Not for me anyway.
Yes, corn dog.
Question for you. Is magic able to go out yet? Because so far I haven't been able to like send messages like outside of this space. So I'm wondering if
Right.
that magic is still like, is divination magic still as well as whatever it is to send?
You would have to do something to try and determine that. You wouldn't just be able to tell.
I'm gonna try to cast sending.
Okay. I will point out that sending did work from person to person in here.
Yep.
But it has not worked trying to send to somebody outside of here. What are you trying to send and who to?
I'm trying to send it to Eliseo as my wizard lover to let them know I found this really cool wizard tower and give them the details of where this tower exists on a map. So that way they can bring their wizard friends here because we've exterminated the cult problem
Nice.
that was here. So I'm trying to like start to see if it works by messaging them.
Okay.
Be the first person I tell.
Make a perception check.
A perception check.
All right.
20?
You have attempted sending again to someone outside of the tower. At first you understand message not received, but you are able to immediately determine that it is due to the magic blocking that in this place. So it's still in effect.
Okay. And then while we long rested, I'm going to put the dome up just so Splunk had somewhere to run for safety. Should anyone decide to interrupt us right now. I know you said that the time passed.
Fair enough.
Just in cases, that would have been.
Okay. All right. We are now at the next morning. You are all long rested.
If someone had interrupted, there would be no end to the fireballs I would have thrown. Long rest. Wow.
What is your next play?
So nice to have my spells back. Yeah, what were we supposed to be doing? I don't really remember.
This is my life now.
We were going to hit the once Spunk is done, we plan to hit the triangle so we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was.
And then if
thinking,
we want, we can go directly back to Waterdeep because I have my spell. Word of Recall spell prepared.
Oh yeah, and sexy dragon Duchess lady sent us here, right?
Yeah, and she's in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I just forgot like why we were here. If we were just supposed to return to her or do something else, or.
Well, we got the mask, and that's kind of like
Yeah,
the
I thought
biggest
I thought
thing
that was-
because
because we had a lead on that.
I'm gonna correct one thing, just to make sure you guys are working with the right information. You were sent here by the leader of the Dragon Council,
no.
and Elia, or Otari Liakarnos. Jesus, the names in this game. Was still with the council when that happened. So you don't know if she's in Waterdeep for sure or not. That's
that's
just
right.
that's where they were when you were sent here.
So we can message her, I guess, and see where she is and go there, or if she wants us to go somewhere else, we could do that.
I just wasn't sure if there was like a second part to this, or if I couldn't remember if we were supposed to do something else for them or just this. And I remember we gave the leader of the Dragon Council the first mask, and he destroyed it. So but that's progress. That's one mask down. Hopefully a second now. This should delay their progress with Tiamat, right?
Hopefully.
Because they still probably have the Horde, but whatever role these play will be down. Or at least halved-ish.
Well, time
No.
to go over and slap the triangle.
Once Spunk is done. Once Spunk
Once
is
Spunk
done.
is done, yeah.
Are you technically still working for like 4 hours?
If it's morning, then yeah, probably.
I'll make us all a very bland elven breakfast. There are some leaves. Here is some unseasoned bread.
And some unseasoned oatmeal.
It is, yeah, you're basically going through the next almost full day, because you said 24 hours, right? Right?
Oh.
Yep.
So yeah,
Uh,
it's through to the end of the next day, to almost the end of the next day.
Just as bland as Mother made it.
I guess I'll start writing down some of the spells with the unseen servant. I don't know if I can write them down with any arcane accuracy, but I'm pretty good at copy paste.
Yeah, you can copy pasta. Just the biggest difference is going to be like it's not going to be usable to you, but it's essentially going to be the same as like trying to make a spell scroll, minus the Arcana check for the magic ability.
Well, there's
Fine.
some researchy things. I was just gonna walk down the hallway to see if there's anything. I can't remember if there are any other rooms we didn't make it in yet. So I was just gonna see if there's anything else to explore while we're here.
As far as you know, there are no rooms that you have not explored.
Okay, I can't remember if we started at the bottom of this hallway or not, so I just walked back down here.
Yeah, you did. That room on your left contained a little tornado, like a persistent tornado with some gems in it that you guys decided not to do anything with. And after Juno, you do see Icarus kind of go by. He's sort of poking around, checking things out, being a completionist.
Yeah, I guess I'll go try to pluck the gems from the tornado now that I'm alone without supervision.
Are you joking, or are you actually doing that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Just laughs like you're kidding, right?
No, I just want to make sure. Roll a d4.
D4. 4.
Okay. Icarus, you are going to see. You're in here, by the way. I scoot you. You have to be in here to touch the tornado. Make sure we can see this. Yep. A sort of white, not sort of white, a very white, bright white glowing gem pops out of the tornado when you stick your hand into it, and it shatters on the ground, and there's a smoke that just spreads out from the point of impact, and then like swirls itself up into its own little almost tornado and then forms up into a being with a face.
An air elemental?
That looks like
Oh,
this.
hi there, little guy.
Oh no.
It's sort of like gives this breathy howl at you and lunges toward you at first, but then it just stops. And you can see the like crevices that would represent its eyes on its face just sort of like look at you and then look at your hand and then look at you again, and it just completely lets itself dissipate back into the tornado.
Like my hand with the ring on it?
Yes.
Huh. And is the gem back in the tornado, or is he just gone?
You can tell that the number of gems has gone down by one,
Okay.
or because what you can see is just like flashing lights, kind of like individual little disco balls. So it's down one, and the elemental just kind of like got absorbed into the tornado itself.
Okay. I'm trying to find an efficient way to pull the gems out of it without, like, because I don't want to break it, but I want to collect them. Was it because I reached my hand in that it broke, or?
Well, it just flew out and shattered on the ground.
But like, could I just like grab them before they fly out, or?
You
Like-
can try.
Did it seem like it was because I reached in that it flew out?
Make a perception check. See if we can glean some info about this.
26.
Okay, so before I forget, Bright and Corndog, I am having trouble finding the exact. I want to say it's in Xanathar's Guide to Everything, but I might be wrong. Somewhere there are like rules about copying spells and things like that. If one of you could find that while I'm going through this other stuff, and basically just follow that for what Juno is doing for copying spells without actually copying them as spells. You're basically copying the instructions to be able to make the spell.
It's 2 hours per spell level.
Oh, perfect.
Unless they're evocation, then it's 1 hour per spell level.
Okay, sweet. Perception, Icarus.
That one.
You are able to determine that it was basically when you touched the tornado itself, a gem sort of flew out. You didn't actually touch a gem itself to make it fly out. It was when you touched the tornado.
So I need to collect them without touching the tornado.
I'm going to use that perception to add that as a thought. And Icarus would probably also understand that perhaps with good enough reflexes and or some help, it might be possible to catch a gem before it shatters on the ground.
Okay. I am going to cast Flock of Familiars.
Oh, shit.
If you'll allow me, okay, can I just create a small CR animal, or does it have to be like a familiar type animal? Because I'd love to create just a bunch of little sheep, and they just pad the ground so they don't shatter.
You summon 3 familiars. They are spirits that take animal forms of your choice.
I'd like to create sheep that can catch it in their fluff.
Follows the rules of find familiar spell. You know what? Fuck
Maybe
it. Sheep. Sheep is fine.
Or I could go with like monkeys with little extra fingers, or
It's a fun, creative idea. I'm allowing it.
Fucking sheep.
They're temporary. They're just my magical sheep, you know.
You're doing a creative thing to solve a problem. I'm here for it.
And yeah, and I also have my little dragon buddy, so Artemis can try to get something too.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say that you strategically. It sounds like you're kind of strategically placing yourself and your friends to basically try and catch a gem before it hits the ground.
Yes.
So I've set a DC to be able to just do that, and the DC is now going to be lowered for each of the helpful friends that you have. So that's
Okay.
3 sheep and a little dragon guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you make a dex check or acrobatics check, and it's basically going to count for the group collectively to see each time that you try to catch one of these gems.
Okay.
And there are 3 remaining. That's why I had you roll a d4 before.
Natural 20 for 29.
Nice. Okay, so this is successful. I'm going to have you roll in roll 20. You can do this. Roll a d3 to determine which one you get.
Yes. D4. Where's the D3?
You can't select it, but if you manually type it in, you can do that.
/roll.
/roll d3.
Cool. 1.
Okay, you pick up a you stick your hand in, and a gem sort of flies out and poof, on one of your sheep. It kind of just gets stuck in its what's it called? It's not fur.
Wool.
Wool. Thank you. And it's a bright brown gem.
White brown. Okay. I love neon brown. One of my favorite colors. All right, time for round 2.
All right.
Let me roll that bad boy. 20.
Wow. Nice. Roll a d2 or flip a coin.
Roll 1d2. 2.
All right. This gem flies out, and your little dragon friend sort of catches it and like rolls on the ground from the momentum of impact. You have now also a bright blue gem.
Right. Wow, it would have been really nice if I didn't shatter the other one. And the last one.
Damn. Other than Aster's like 2 bad ones, the rolls for you guys today are just
I do have a +9, by the way, so don't
true.
comment.
True. All right, now you have an orange gem as well.
No, it's brown, blue, and orange all into gems. All right, cool. Man, I wish I could really save that other gem, but that's a bummer. I'll just try to pick up the pieces and oh, it dissipated. Never mind. Thank you, sheep. You've been wonderful. You may return.
Okay. The tornado persists, but there are no more gems in it. Let's cut to everybody else. Is there anything else? Spunk is still working on potions. Anything else for Juno and or Aster?
I am carefully selecting spells.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Spunk right now.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I should have been doing that. Tell you what, it's a new day. I'm gonna try one more of these. We're just we're gonna see what happens.
Okay.
Tell you what, we are going to try to work on acrobatics. 'Cause that sounds fun.
Show me 7.
All right. Investigation. I'm gonna give myself guidance because I'm so scared. I'm gonna need it.
Oh.
For those of you who skate, it's
Skirting the
not
line.
gonna matter that much. But like, I'm gonna. That's an 11
Oh my
total.
god, that's funny.
I just can't roll for shit today. I hope we don't get into combat or I'm dead.
Oh hell.
No, that's why you're getting your bad rolls out now.
Yeah.
So we can get into combat and you can carry the team.
Yeah. No, the trick is I just need to make other things roll. So I'm only gonna cast require saving throws from them. I'm gonna get around it.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. So we are near the end of the next day. not quite at the point that you would need to rest or risk exhaustion, but getting close to it. What do you guys want to do next?
Are we done now? Can we go home?
Yeah, Juno is like slowly starting to shake back and forth as she has not been able to talk with her spouse since we've entered this place, and I think we've been in here for 3 days now. But also, mild worry that time passes differently or something like that in here. So she is anxious to leave, and the more time she gets to sit and think, the more anxious she becomes.
Spunk doles out the potions that he's finished.
Excellent.
Juno, here you go. This one's for you. I'm very tired now.
What is it?
My eyes hurt when I blink.
Oh,
There's one more ingredient to put inside. But you pick the color you like best. Mostly for aesthetics. Ow.
What
Mostly
colors are
for-
available to me?
He pulls out a small, like, bust-ass leather briefcase that's very thin and narrow, but long. And he flips it open, and there's a different color, kind of diamond-shaped scale, ranging the gamut from the colors of the rainbow and the different kinds of metal. You'll see silver, gold, brass, copper, red, blue, green, black, and white. You just pick one.
There's no gray.
No.
What is silver but fancy gray?
That is a very good point.
All right, I'll choose the silver.
Okay. Do you like peppermint? Is that a flavor you're okay with?
I mean, it's a little spicy, but I can handle it.
Well, good. That's just not important, but here we go. And he uncorks it and he grabs a little silver scale and drops it in and corks it immediately. Spits in his hand and covers the top of it. And when he removes his hand, there's like dried wax on top of it that's encrusted the top of it. And he gives it a little shake. And it's a clear liquid that then turns silver. But as it starts to swirl inside, it becomes pearlescent. Like those kids' bottles that you swirl around and there's like the pearl dust starts to float around inside. It looks like that, and he'll hand it to you. There you go. I'm going to take
What does it do?
It turns you into something far more fearsome than we've encountered.
Oh, then we've encountered. I thought you were saying.
We've encountered them, but you'll be on par with the things that we've encountered for, like, I don't know.
Wait,
an
I thought
hour.
it was like a potion of fire breathing. I didn't know it was that crazy.
No, she'll be breathing cold. This one's gonna turn you into a dragon, like a real one. Not that Sailor Moon bullshit the others pull off. You're going to grow to the size of like an actual ancient silver dragon.
Oh fuck.
You, Spock?
Yeah,
It's very nice.
you're welcome. Fuck.
Icarus?
Icarus. Sorry, it's really late. My brain almost called you Flower name for some reason.
It's okay. The mean kids on the playground used to call me that too.
Flower?
Yeah, they called me Flowery.
That seems really mean. We'll talk about that later. But you were making your own potions, so I didn't really make one for you, but you got what you wanted out of my assistance there. I made this one, however, for the shifter lady Here you go. Nice.
Okay. What does it do?
It's gonna make you really big. Like
Oh.
like really big. I
Wait,
would suggest you take it after you change into something, you know, also really big, like a bear or a really fat alligator. And
Okay.
chomp down on this. The glass, ting ting ting, he taps on the side, is actually sugar crystal, so you can just eat the whole thing and crunch it in your mouth.
Yes. This
Ask-
is very good.
could
Excellent.
you do a dragon,
Okay.
a big dragon?
It'll make you pretty big. Like pretty big. At least 3 times bigger than you are right now.
Oh.
So you're like what? 5'6", 5'4", depending on which convenience store you're leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be anywhere between, 15, maybe 20 feet, if you do it right now. But if you do it as like a bear, then you'll be like
Huge.
a
bear.
15, 20-foot bear.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
take these out of my inventory, but let's just call you a giant. So we'll call this a potion of giant sizes. Yeah.
If I eat this as a giant eagle, I will be almost rock sized.
Nice.
I've
That's terrifying. Can
I've
you
really
imagine?
About you turning into a whale and then eating it. So you're just like useless. You got a lot of maps to throw around.
I would become the Meg. Like, actually. Can you imagine?
Jason Statham shows up at our game. What are you doing?
I don't think whales are high CR, but they're big.
They're huge.
They're just
yeah.
fucking huge. Yeah.
Air bubble.
They got them HP.
And what is this?
Look, I, as Juno, chose a list that I thought Spunk could use
Oh my god.
outside the Magneto reference. I'll read them real quick for stream, just for folks at home now. Juno, the spells that she spent the time gathering was Air Bubble, to protect people from farts, because she's had traumatic farts with, or she hasn't had them. Spunk has had them in her presence, though. Traumatizing.
True.
Violent.
And then Anti-Life Shell. Shell was in the title, and Juno was like, what if he wasn't a frog? What if he was a turtle without a shell? I don't know what it is. So, just in case, now you have an Anti-Life Shell.
It's a different kind of shell, but yeah.
And then Floating Disc, because I just like the idea of Spunk as Magneto. That's me, Courtney, coming through for Spunk. And then Skywrite, so that way you can draw a giant dick in the sky.
Okay.
I love how you think so fucking much. It's like, I bet Ray was just like, oh yeah, Corn Dog's helping me with
Your
the
unseen
spell."
servant got you the spells that you want, right? I
Yeah.
got you the spells
Yeah,
I want for you.
So just to level set with how this is right now. So your unseen servant was able to fully copy the spells that you wanted, right? Right? Am I understanding that correctly? Okay. These are now on paper in your possession so that you don't necessarily need to spend more time in this place to copy them, but they are not copied for you in your spell book.
I like that you gave me a bunch of intermediate level magic spells to copy.
Hey, one's a level 5. I was about
Yeah.
the plenty.
So, just a quick
It takes me longer. I'm dumb.
Just a quick thing. I know you didn't read these spells because floating disc follows me 20 feet behind me. So I could make you look like Magneto.
Thank you.
However,
That is also acceptable.
if I were to stand on it, it would go nowhere, and I would look like stupid Nito. Because I can't
Well,
use
at
my
least
own powers.
I'll look good.
Why does that
Very
spell
good.
exist and or function like that?
I think to
I'd
keep
look-
people from using it as fly or something like that.
I would look like Magnogo. Skywrite
Oh,
is
hell.
very thoughtful, but it only allows me to use common script letters.
So then you write like
The word
80085.
I could write the
Well,
word
Sakai says
dick
boobs.
in the sky.
You could.
Yeah.
Also, it was a ritual spell, so it's something that you can just do for fun now.
It's true, as long as I
That's
prepare
the main
for
reason
the
I
day.
got it, because I know that you're creative.
I appreciate that.
Air bubble's for me. Air bubble is for you to cast it on me.
Okay.
Anytime you think something rancid is about to happen, just please.
Yeah, that would protect us from. Haven't you used like Stinking Cloud before or something?
Yeah. I mean,
That would be like, so your party is safe from it. That makes sense.
this other one, anti-life shell. I don't think I've heard of this spell before.
It keeps bad guys that are living away from you.
Okay.
They cannot harm you.
I've heard of this kind of magic before. Incidentally, it is a druid spell only. Wizards cannot mimic, despite many years of research in necromancy. We
I
are
know how
not-
this game works. Then I wrote it so that way my good buddy Aster could use it. Not everything's
Oh,
about
yeah.
spunk. So as you tell her that,
Oh,
as you
sorry,
tell Judo that, she snatches
you-
it out of your hand and just walks
Okay,
over
yeah,
to
it's just-
Aster.
it was in my pile. Also,
Somebody knows all the things.
I want to. One last thing is that druids don't have spell books, and so the copying of a spell is not a function that they share with us wizards,
I was
They
just gonna,
simply
take
pray.
it to be nice.
and it becomes.
Well, okay, we don't really pray.
Well, now she can pray about it, and she knows what she's
Oh.
asking.
Now you
That's
become
just-
problematic.
That's just started to like
Oh, you can sit
begrudgingly
next to a
take this-
tree and ask the tree for help.
But this air bubble is very thoughtful. Thank you for the one spell that I will be able
Two
to-
spells, you still have Skywrite, and Floating Disc is for me.
To be fair, air bubble is also for you.
Yeah, but that's because of you.
Okay. Understood. Thank you very much, Juno. I
Okay, but
appreciate
can you show me how this floating disc works? I would like to float. I think
Sure.
that sounds amazing.
Can't you already float in darkness?
Yeah, but it's not dark in here. I've
Sure,
asked
I mean,
every room we've gone into.
Can we just leave?
starts drawing a wet circle in the ground just with his like spit, and he draws sigils around inside the circle and connects various points inside the circle until there's two interposed pentagrams kind of facing in, or not pentagrams, two interposed triangles facing the opposite directions, and starts writing in a Sylvan script until the beige stone floor just kind of like lifts up off the ground like a slab. It almost looks like a piece of the ground comes out, but it doesn't lift anything up out of the ground. It just kind of phases through it and floats about a foot off the ground. Okay, how much do you weigh? It's not important. Just step up onto the circle.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, am I back?
You
Every-
never
every-
left.
Everything froze for
Never
me for a
left.
second.
Wow.
Okay.
And then I walk away from Juno and As soon as I get 20 feet away from Juno, you slowly, like a segue, start like moving forward at my pace.
There is a glimmer of joy in her eyes as she crosses her arms and just floats behind Spunk as we get ready to slap the triangle.
I totally jump on it while you're floating.
Oh my god.
As soon as you do that, I think that does exceed the 500-pound weight limit. Since you're probably wearing like full, like you're wearing heavy armor, right? Like full
I'm not.
plate.
Since
I'm wearing mithril, so I like just weigh my weight.
Yeah, mithril weighs nothing. But if
Yeah.
you're wearing like full plate, you're fucking.
I'm a Dex Paladin. I don't wear plate.
What do you wear?
I believe I wear just leather.
Yikes.
Where the fuck is my armor?
Look, he started as a warlock.
How much do elves weigh? Are their bones hollow like ducks? Or
Yeah. According to my sheet, with including all of the
Yeah, I wear studded leather.
okay.
including my
so-
weight, I'm at 187 pounds with all of my stuff on.
Okay. 187. Okay, cool. So that times 2 is like 460.
I would love if it just like curse sank a little bit, like
360. Yeah, 360 pounds is doable. So you hop up on there and it still goes. Let's just continue going.
oh damn. I wanted to sag a little, maybe move slower.
No, it would just hit the ground and stop. And
Wow.
cease to be a spell. It would just end the spell.
Can we, if we at least leave the tower, we can message mommy, right?
Can message.
Huh?
Ollie? Mommy?
Oriantor, Eritrea,
Aaliyah,
Alia.
our sexy dragon mistress.
Elia is her.
Called her mommy.
Elia is her
Elia?
human alias. Yes.
Yeah, Elia.
Otaria Leocarnos is her draconic
Sorry,
name.
Ornos.
Aster, could you do me a favor?
Uh huh.
Could you turn into like a grizzly bear or one of those like really furry ponies? You know the horses that have
Oh, like the
long hair?
Clydesdales?
Nah, kind of. Yeah, sure. But like the ones that they're like ponies, but they have a lot of hair on them. They're like long-haired ponies, not just on their feet like a cloud.
Shetland ponies? Is that what they're called?
Sure, Shetland ponies. Yes, the fuzzy little chubby ones that look like little Sebastian.
Like,
Your little Sebastian.
He's
Wait,
very
is this
tiny.
is this the test the weight limit thing on?
Let's say yes.
Okay. I'll burn a wild shape on this. Why not?
All right,
Let's add to the chaos.
As soon as you turn into the horse, he's gonna climb up one of your legs and like sit on your back and then do a few circles and then just pass out on your back. Okay, we can go now.
Oh.
Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed because you were all in different rooms, but I also set the Afridi free and played with the tornado. So
Oh.
I'll
Pretty
fireball you when
nay.
I wake up.
See, because Spunk worked so hard, Aster's gonna entertain this. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't. But like, Spunk worked really hard. Like, yeah.
What was the room with the thingy in it?
The what?
Huh?
The
There-
thing to go back.
Oh, the thing to go back is way south and west.
Yeah, it's past the kitchen. I think I'm here.
I think I am. I think I am. I think I am.
Let's
Huh.
scoot.
Right here. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
That's what.
Way down here.
Yeah.
I can't drag myself. Roll 20 just got weird, so I'm gonna
I gotcha.
out,
There we go.
reload.
And Spunk. Okay. Anything else?
Country button, take me home to the bottom of the tower.
Okay,
I don't think-
so
West Virginia.
we're slapping
Get
the triangle.
Fuck out of here.
Slapping the triangle.
I'll slap the triangle.
Okay,
Yeah.
y'all are
Big
here.
roll.
The belly of a dragon.
Are we gonna do like the impact sound bit thing?
Excellent.
Oh.
Okay, you hit the triangle.
Talking to me.
Triangle lights up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I kind of felt like
Slap that button's ass. With a
Um,
fearsome slap.
There we go.
Zonathal, take me home.
Okay. Slap the triangle. It lights up. The platform lights up. Dissipates. Lights up again. Gives you the familiar sort of timer countdown as it gets faster and faster with each flash. And then, boom! You find yourselves back in the area with the sundial, looking outward at sunset toward the town that you came in from.
all right. Would you like me to send the message to Elia?
Can you?
Hello? No, she didn't pick up. You gotta do it.
Okay. It's like, wow, did you learn a new spell?
Yeah, my bard spell of
Yes, I will cast Sending. Where is that in my spell slots? Once we actually like get away from the tower though, because I remember it was all fucky in this maze up to the sundial, so I'm getting all the way out.
Okay. When you step out, Juno, the scene in front of you immediately changes. What looked like from the maze, a peaceful town on the other side of the hedge. As soon as you cross the threshold out of the maze, you see 5 count magic. Yeah, 5 familiarly garbed people in front of you. They are wearing cultist robes and masks. There is also one red-robed and very pompous looking person standing behind them, and then at first glance is like a person, and then you get this moment of what the fuck is that? I did a poor job of stalling while I tried to find this handout. So I'm just gonna say I need to find the handout
You're
here.
doing great. Oh no.
Here we go. The person, the red road person you see is wearing, I mean, it's familiar insignia on the robes. There's no mistaking that this is a Red Wizard of Thay. But unlike some of the other ones you met, this one is not like hooded or like covered over the head. They have this huge collar that goes all the way up their neck and sort of basically covers their ears and the back of their head. And if you didn't know any better, you would swear that this was like a mummified skeleton. This person is looking at you.
Oh,
I don't like that. I don't
Very-
like that one bit.
Harry Skellington.
And you are all going to hear a voice in your heads as this person is looking at you. I appreciate you acquiring the mask for us. I require it now.
What mask? And I look at him.
As he says, "What mask?" I'm going to cast Word of Recall, grabbing my friends and getting us the fuck out of here.
Ooh, nice.
Weena.
don't worry. He shouldn't have counterspell.
Whoops.
As a Red Wizard of Thay, they
Yeah, I'm
don't
sure it's
prepare
fine.
counterspell.
I'm a fucking horse right now.
You are a horse.
I'm just a fucking pony right now, man. It's great.
Okay. This is no ordinary Red Wizard of Thay, and I kid you not, he does actually have counterspell.
Counterspell.
So,
Does
A counterspell is counterspell.
what initials are monogrammed on his hanky? Are they ST perhaps?
no, it's TV. You actually have the name on your handout.
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
A rule bar.
Obviously, in character, you don't know this, but
Of course.
Yeah.
From
But
my
it's on his
notes.
hanky, so now we do.
okay. I'm not going to upcast it because I feel like DM's upcasting is just not upcasting. This is not always fair since I know the level of the spell you are casting. So we're just going to do this. What is your thing?
Oh, you don't need to roll. I'm counterspelling it.
If counterspell is at the same level of the spell being countered, then I don't need to roll. But because the spell being countered is higher, I do need to roll.
You don't need to roll because I'm counterspelling your counterspell.
Oh, got it.
Booyah.
Okay, got it. Okay, so you just did Word of Recall.
I'm counterspelling your counterspell.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do
But
that.
that would be rude, and we would be stuck here.
It happened in the first campaign of Critical Role, and it made me cry. It was
Mhm.
highly stressful.
Yep.
Also,
Made me throw up in my mouth.
I'm hoping his friends aren't wizards, but
Yeah,
Are they all wearing red?
I think-
they're wearing the normal cult, the Dragon Cult robes.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's wearing the Red Wizard of Thay robes.
In fact, you did that.
He's a super Thayan.
it's one of those ones that becomes
The
undead.
real Thay.
It's like, right?
Okay. Nice. And this is the one for Waterdeep?
Yeah, this is for the Moonweaver Temple in Waterdeep, where I set up my both sanctuary and this spell.
Nice. Okay. Shoot, sorry. I just read it and I need to read one more thing. Yeah, okay. All right, so here's what we see. You see that guy and the further 5 cultists basically blocking your path ahead of you. The town around you is completely engulfed in flames. And at the moment you cast Word of Recall, Juno, you see, you hear like a wind gust, and then you feel it, and then you hear this pair of roars. Clearly a sound of pain as 2 dragons fly overhead, clearly in combat with each other. One of them looks eerily familiar as the green dragon that you slayed at the cave a few days ago. Actually, you didn't slay it. Wait, you did. You guys
We
did
did.
slay that. Yeah. The other is one that looks completely unfamiliar to you. These are named people. I need to be in Creatures and Monsters. Here we go. I know I put you in here.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Come on, I put the time. Okay, nope. I'm going to take the time to find this because I put the time into making it happen.
I'm nervous now that we like shouldn't have left to help, but I also feel like we're not going to be very helpful here.
Same.
Like we're
The
going to be
worst possible thing that could happen would be they get this mess.
Yeah, and like we're
True.
going to be caught up with the wizard. We're not even going to be able to like save the dragon anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm worried it's one of the good dragons, so we'll have to tell Elia or the council right away to make sure like they can help the dragon if they need to, if it's one of theirs at least.
The other is
No!
this.
No, the Moonstone one. No.
Stop.
This happens as you're finishing casting the spell, so I'm not going to retcon it. But you do.
Spawn, counterspell my counterspell, quick!
Yeah.
We need to save the dragon.
You do teleport back to Waterdeep, back to the temple, and that's actually where we're going to end today. I know it's super early, but I'm getting warning after warning that my internet connection is unstable, so I'm gonna quit while we're ahead. I do not want to have stream cutting out while we're going through everything that happens next.
That's fair. Like, all I want to say is, like, if we really needed to go back, if there's some type of tree or something nearby still, we can transport via plants.
We need to save that dragon.
Excellent.
Just
Okay.
if we do need to go back quickly, it's on the table.
So that's the scene that we will come back to in a couple weeks. Yeah, again, sorry we're ending early, but I don't want to mess around with, for whatever reason, my internet connection is not great. So let's go around the table one more time. Introduce yourselves, the character you played today, any fun stuff that you want to announce that people should check out, and then we'll be out of here, starting with Heck.
Yeah, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckelite. You know, I've been here on your screen as per usual. I played Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. You can catch me on all the social medias, including Twitch, Itch, technically Twitter. We'll see if that sticks around. Definitely Blue Sky though. I'm posting on there more. Just pretty much everywhere else. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander just a whole lot. But most notably, for this next week, you can find me over on Indoor Adventures playing Apocalypse Keys on Sunday. Next Wednesday, you can catch me over on Lost Caravan RPG playing some Call of Cthulhu. It's going to be a fun time. And then the 30th, Saturday, I am going to be in a 5e like capture the flag type one shot over on Magic Academy, where the goal is to you have your group's bag of holding and you're supposed to steal the other group's bag of holding, combine them together, and send everybody into the astral sea. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be chaotic, and good God, I hope I don't die. But we'll see what happens. We're allowed to kill each other, so it's gonna be a thing. We're level 15. It's gonna be wild. That's definitely enough for me. On over to Bright.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bright. You can find me on all forms of social media at Bright Dystopia. Places you can find me, Twitch and Blue Sky under the same name. If you'd like to see more, catch me tomorrow on Just Dorky Teacher's channel. We're going to be playing our weekly Friday night game. After that, Sunday, you can catch me on my channel where we're playing the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands with the Marine 93 and the Nation of Joe. And then you can catch me next Thursday, again at my channel for Joe Baropia, where we play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Bo, Nation of Joe, and the Black Sparrow, all together in our weird, chaotic run through of Baldur's Gate 3. Otherwise, you can find me every other Thursday here, reprising my role as Spunk. And I think that is it for now for me. So, Hyacinth.
Baya, it's me, Hyacinth. I was playing our Padlock. We'll stick with Padlock for now. I can't think of anything more clever. I know Sorlock is the thing, but I'm gonna be a Padlock. Icarus, our Chaos, but also Becoming Good Boy. You can catch me on Twitter at Anderson, but other than that, just come watch us here because we have fun here, and I'll be here. So yeah, a corn dog.
Me, Corndog McGraw. You can catch me on the internet at Corndog McGraw. You already know because Heck kind of talked about it already, but you'll catch me in 12 days over on ESP, where we play some himbo-esque type characters, making our way through an Into the Woods style campaign. So if you like people riding Buster Swords downhill, or general kids table antics, come hang out over there. Otherwise, you'll catch me in 2 weeks here. Okay, bye. Over to you, Magic.
All right, and I'm Magic. Frankly, I don't have anything going on the next week because I'm going to be out of town until next week. So the big thing I'm going to mention is we'll be back here again in 2 weeks, same bat time, same bat channel, for what happens next on All Hail the Queen. There will be some other stuff in between there, but I don't know what that is going to be or when. So I'm just going to leave it to I am on all the social medias at Dat Magic Juice, and you can keep an eye on those for updates as we go. That's going to be it for tonight. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.